What have you continues here? Since I'm doing my reviews for Clint Eastwood films because of Cry Macho, here's my review for another Western film he did, and that was his 1985 film Pale Rider. Now, here you got Clint Eastwood, who plays this guy who is actually named Preacher, who arrives in town, and this property owner and named Corey Lawhood, played by Richard Dysart, starts using like a band of hooligans to terrorize a group of small gold miners and to give them their up to territory. And so he ends up fending off of the attackers, and then of course the preacher ends up going directly to Lawhood to negotiate. And when the miners, led by Hall Barrett, played by Michael Morality, refuse the terms, Lawhood also sends in this Marshall Stockburn, played by John Russell, to take the preacher down, as well as the others. Now, this was actually, believe it or not, this was actually Clint Eastwood's first Western movie that was actually rated R. Just one, I'll throw that out there. And Pale Rider is probably one of his most popular ones. It's definitely a really decent one. The female lead this time around was played by Carrie Snodgrass. This time around, the female lead was not played by Sandra Locke. So, yeah. But anyway, I mean, this is also pretty much like a fantasy western that is also produced and directed by Eastwood. And the title is also a reference to Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse, as the Pale Horse's Ghost Rider Eastwood represents the character of Death. The movie definitely is that, believe it or not, was actually the highest grossing Western film of the 80s, grossing nearly 41 million at the box office here. Uh, you even had the late Chris Penn was also in this one, which is pretty cool because his brother Sean Penn actually worked with Eastwood on Mr. River, so I was that found actually pretty cool. But anyway, yeah, Pale Rider definitely had some really decent action in it. The horse riding was pretty cool too. So there's that. The gunsling was cool. The like it does have some really solid villains. I mean, Western movies always had some of the coolest villains there is, and this definitely was your pure Western greatness. Lots of people will even consider this to be one of Eastwood's best Western movie. To be honest, his best Western film will probably always be Good, Bad, and the Ugly. But if I have to say his best directing Western movie, that will always go to The Outlaw, Joseph Wales. I mean, the 80s, 70s, 60s were, how, nowadays we have so many comic book films and all that. Pretty much what Western movies from the 70s, 60s was the comic book films of that era. I'll put it that way. And we had some really decent Western movies in the 80s, and Pale Rider was one of them. Uh, Richard Dysart was also great. Sidney Penny was also great in this. Like the adventure aspect was pretty cool. Clint Eastwood definitely understands these type of films really well, and it is a really beautiful Western film with some really cool violence, cool action. I mean, Clint Eastwood playing a character named Preacher. What more could you ask for there? I mean, he was such a badass in this. So, yeah, if you guys never really seen Pale Rider, it got shown on Real Channel a whole lot, but it is on HBO Max. You can find it on Vudu, Apple TV, Prime Video. Definitely give that one a go. You might either enjoy it or you might not enjoy it. Let me lead you guys. Have you ever seen the Clint Eastwood film Pale Rider? If so, what's up? Were you a fan of it? Were you not a fan of it? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This is Simon sign up.